This particular fisherman soup is the creme de la creme of our Nigerian delicacies. Just look at all the lineup, all the defending players that are going to be lining up for this match. I can't wait to show you all the different things we'll be using to make fisherman soup, Nigerian fisherman soup. Now let's get right into the introductions, shall we? First off is our deveined prawns. I already showed you a video on how to devein your prawns, so here is what we have. Next is our periwinkles. Now I prefer to use the shelled periwinkles for this recipe. If you want to use the ones with shell, that's totally fine also. Our chopped peppers and our chopped onions is also here. Red pepper, yellow pepper, and onions. And of course our boiled yam. This is going to serve as a thickener. Some people use cocoyam. Next is our snails. How can you make fisherman soup without snails? How? So guys, here is our snails. I've already washed them with lemon, so the slime is off that snail. Next is our palm oil. Palm oil is needed to make fisherman soup. It's a very core ingredient. And of course, guys, uziza seeds. It always makes its way in almost all my recipes because it's amazing. It's a discovery. You should try it. And of course, blue crabs. Any crab is fine, but I love blue crabs. So try these blue crabs in your fisherman soup. Try it, guys. And next is our smoked hagfish. You already know, once I want to go in with all my seafood, this has to make its own appearance. And lastly, we're going to be using our barracuda fish and our white fish. Of course, you have uziza leaves to serve as a garnish when you're done with your cooking. Now let's start. You're going to put your pot on fire, and guys, make sure it's looking all lovely and nice. Put in that fish. You can use whatever fish is available to you. Here I'm using barracuda fish because that's what is available to me. I'm also going to be adding in some white fish. I love this particular fish. It's fish filleted. It's so good. It has no bones and it adds a lot of flavor. I'm putting in that mixed peppers now with my mixed onions, and then I'm going to just add that together because I want some spice in that soup. I'm going to put some seasoning. And guys, you're also going to put a little bit of salt, and next I'll be adding some water into that. We're going to boil this fish. Now the thing we're doing is we want to release some of that flavor of the fish into the meal. We're boiling this first because we'll be taking it out later. We do not want it to scatter inside the soup. Now the snail also is going to be making an appearance. Now snail takes longer to get ready, so you want to put that in from the beginning of your cooking, right? Now that snail has gone in. I'm going to stir that together. Again, please use lemon to wash your snails so you can get the slime off it. Cover that up and allow that to cook. Next is our yam. Now, some of us already know that traditionally you use a mortar, but guys, we have gadgets to make things easy for us. And one of the core things I told you in this class was that I was going to be showing you what your gadget can do for you. Here is me using my food processor to get pounded yam. Yes, so I just did that so quickly. I didn't even add any water, and you have your yam looking all smooth, and this is going to serve as our thickener for the soup. Again, you can use cocoyam. Our fish, after about 15 minutes, is boiling away. Everything is fully cooked at this point, so I'm going to be taking out that fish and the white fish, but I'm going to be leaving that snail because the snail needs to cook a little more longer so that it can get softened and juicy and lovely. So here is me taking all of that out, and next we'll be left with only snails in that beautiful fishy broth. At this point, I'm going to cover it up because you want it to really get softened, like I said earlier. After about another 15 minutes, I can see that the water has gone lower than it was before, and my snail should be getting ready to be cooked. And next, I'm going to put in that shrimps. Yes, and then you're going to also put in the crabs. All the crabs, they're going to make a lovely appearance. Guys, here is me just putting all the crabs in. I'm going to stir that pot together. Again, you know, with seafood, they do not take too long to get ready. So I'm going to be adding another seasoning again into that for the crabs and the shrimps. I'm going to cover that pot up. And after 10 minutes at the most, or when the crabs that are blue turn orange, it shows that it is fully cooked and ready. I'm going to take out all of that out of that water, yes, including the snails now. The snails should be ready at this point. So you see our shrimps is fully cooked. It has cooled up. I'm going to take that out. every single thing out, remaining just the broth. And I'm going to also pour that broth into another plate. Now I've taken out all of that out. I'm going to put out my palm oil. I'm going to fry this for a bit and then fry my peppers. Now some people would prefer to just cook it and not fry. What I mean is they'll put water in a pot, put the pepper, pour the palm oil. But guys, I like to build my own flavors. I like to fry that pepper. Let it have an attitude in your pots. Put in some native secret spice, stir that together, allow that to fry and fry till it's really crispy. And then put in your smoked fish. You're going to stir that together. I love to fry my smoked fish. I just feel like it adds another flavor. Put in some seasoning for that sauce and also for the smoked fish. And then after a few minutes, put in some water because, guys, the soup is about to get ready. That water is going to help you to know, again, the quantity of that soup. So if you want more, please add more water. But remember, you have your stock. So you see me here bringing all that stock out. I'm going to be pouring the stock into it to also add all that fishy, shrimp, snail, crab flavor into that soup. I'm putting in again first the snails because I want it to soak in all that juice from the sauce. Next up is our pounded yam. It's going to thicken that sauce. Again, you can use cocoyam. Some people also use oats. Yes, you can use oats also to thicken your soup. It's totally healthy and totally fine. So guys, I'm using pounded yam because I love how pounded yam gives it another flavor. Cocoyam also will give it another flavor, which is totally fine. But here's my own preference, right? Allow that to boil over for a little over 15 minutes on low heat. Low heat, please, guys. Now open that pot up. Just look at that. I'm going to be taking out the yam at this point because you do not need it standing out in your soup. And guess what? I'm going to eat it. I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to eat it, guys. And it's so delicious. All the sauce has entered inside, so it's so good. Okay, now we're taking all that out. Put in your periwinkle at this point. And then the uziza leaves will make an appearance to give it that color, that flavor, that aroma. Now, this is going in because in the next 5 minutes, this soup is ready. Yes. Now, put in all that crab, all that snail, all that shrimps, all that prawns, everything going in. Guys, I'm so excited today. So put all of that in, stir that together, allow that to cook. And remember, we still have that fish we boiled earlier. So now it's also going to go in. You don't want it to scatter, so it comes in last. At this point, guys, just put in everything. Everything should be inside now, speaking to themselves, having a lovely marriage. Because, guys, this is a lovely, beautiful, delicious pot of fisherman soup. Nigerian fisherman soup. So, guys, try this out. This is ready. We are good. I turned off the heat as soon as the fish hits. And that's it. You good? You ready? Try it out and let me know if you have any questions in the other group, and I'll be there to answer you because that's why I'm here. Okay? Have a lovely day, guys, and see you in my next video. Okay? Bye.